My name's Jo Hopper. I've got a BSc in Architectural Design and Technology. I graduated in July 2010. I'm now doing a PhD looking at how we can improve existing dwellings by reducing energy use, carbon emissions and fuel poverty, and increase the quality of life for the occupants. I'm going to be talking about my award-winning project, which I submitted to the Chartered Institute of Architectural Technologists Student Award in 2010 after I finished my degree. The brief was to design an interpretation centre at the National Botanic Garden of Wales in the southwest of Wales. The actual site we're focusing on is National Nature Reserve. My response to the site constraints was to design an earth ship, which is an autonomous building. The principles of the earth ship is that it is self-sufficient in terms of energy and water. And the software I've used to present these two sheets here is Photoshop, where I've been able to enhance the images originally produced in Revit architecture. These are technical drawings, and they were produced in a software package called Revit Architecture. And we've got a mixture of elevations, sections, floor plans, and details here, all produced in Revit. The good thing about Revit is you produce one 3D model, and then from the 3D model you can then take all these drawings from that single model, so you don't have to reproduce lots of drawings. This image here shows how the solar gain is accessed in the summer. This is the solar gain during the winter through the different windows. And this image here shows how the thermal mass works by releasing the heat from the mass of the floors into the building, and this shows how the thermal mass absorbs the heat during the summer to help with the cooling, and shows how the ventilation works.
Hello, my name is Tony Wyman. I'm the Programme Director for Architectural Design and Technology. We start off at level 1 with an introduction to what an architectural technologist does and their role. The kind of work is mainly studio based, so in first year you could expect to be working quite a lot of your time based in studios with project work. Sometimes it will be group work, and other times it will be individual projects. You'll be learning in first year the a basic understanding of things like building technology, how to design buildings, how to create spaces and design spaces for different uses and different functions. At the same time, you'll also be learning the basics of construction technology, structures, services, how buildings are serviced. Level 2, you will be doing more studio-based work, but in greater detail, working with larger buildings, working with frame structures, high-rise, longer span buildings. At level 2 you'll be learning how to service more complex buildings, how they're heated, how they're ventilated. There's a particular emphasis made on the sustainability of your designs and how environmentally responsive they are. At level 2 you're working towards your final year in terms of a greater level of independent learning. So in level 3, in your final year, there will be opportunities to work on two major projects. One project deals with a new building. This year, for instance, we're working on a design of a junior school, primary and junior school, on a site in Cardiff. The other project is based on dealing with an existing building, usually an historic building. The recognition of the fact that most work that we do is dealing with existing buildings and refurbishment of existing buildings, as well as designing new buildings. So there are two projects, one with a new building, one with an existing building. In level 3 there is also coursework relating to professionalism and professional studies in recognition of the fact this course is professionally accredited and graduates of the course will be expected to have a certain level of professional vocational sort of training. On graduating, the graduates then have the opportunity to develop their professional career further, and after about 2 years of relevant industry experience can apply for full membership of the accrediting body, which is the Chartered Institute of Architectural Technologists.
Hi, my name is Nick Evans. I'm a senior lecturer in the Cardiff School of Art and Design in UWIC. I'm involved in the Architectural Design and Technology programme, the BSc Architectural Design and Technology programme. I've had a look at the sort of work which you guys are doing in the Malaysian Institute of Art on the interior design degree. And I feel, and my colleagues feel, it would be actually very good to invite students who've completed that course to come and study here with us on architectural design and technology. We feel that probably students who've completed the interior design degree would be appropriate to come in at level 2, so coming into the second year of our 3 or 4 year degree programme. The programme which we offer is rather different to the interior architecture programme in UWIC, which I know some of you are familiar with. We're more involved with new build rather than just converting existing buildings. The course is quite technical in nature. We're not just interested in producing drawings of buildings. We're interested in the technical detail that goes into them. So the materials, the science that goes into these buildings, the way in which these buildings will actually be built and function. So it's a technical course. We're very interested in sustainability. We're interested in buildability. So yes, there'll be lots of opportunity to use your interior design skills in terms of the layout of the buildings, in terms of the way the buildings function, the way in which people circulate around the buildings, and of course the appearance of the buildings. But more than that, we're also looking at the structure of these buildings, we're looking at the materials, we're looking at the environmental performance of these buildings. Very, very interesting, very exciting. A lot of time spent in the design studios, a lot of time spent drawing, lots of one-to-one tuition and guidance from lecturers, because you can't learn this sort of thing from a book. You learn by having a go and then having your work assessed and critiqued by the qualified members of staff here. As I said, we've seen the sort of work which you do, and we think it would be very appropriate for you guys to come and to study with us if architectural design and technology is the sort of thing which you feel you'd like to get involved in. Let me talk a little bit about employability prospects. We actually have a very, very good reputation here in UWIC for providing graduates who are employable. Yes, our graduates deal with a lot of theoretical and what you might call academic issues, but we're very, very keen to stress the importance of employability. So the project work which our students are involved in is realistic work. We expect our graduates to be able, when they complete their course, to be able to find their place in a design practice and to be productive from day one, as it were. They're going in with a complete set of skills, both in terms of their design ability and their technical knowledge. And employers like that. We've been told many times employers like to employ graduates of our course because they're properly prepared for the working environment. They're not simply going in as theoreticians, but they're going in as fledgling practitioners, able to actually start designing and to make a real contribution to the design process in the design teams which they get involved in. So yeah, we have a lot of really positive feedback from employers. We're very keen to stress this whole aspect of employability. We don't want students working hard for 3 or 4 years and then finding the skills and the abilities which they have are not suited to the real world. And that's exactly what we try to do here. We make sure our graduates will fit in to a real working environment. And we get a lot of good, positive feedback from employers. Employers coming back time and time again, asking us for new graduates because they like the ones they've had from us in the past.